These bumblebees are way too close outside my window. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. Why are they so close to the window? That's what I get for using natural light. Hi, my name is Zenzele. Welcome to my channel, Zen Aesthetic. In this video, I'm gonna talk about a few fragrances that I have in my collection which were disappointing or just not giving what I expected to get. And I don't usually do videos that are like, oh, things I don't like or, things I didn't like. But since, my fragrance era started last year, and fragrance is very different than being able to pick out makeup or wigs. Two of the fragrances that I'm going to talk about, actually, all the fragrances I'm going to talk about are blind buy fragrances. So I did not have the opportunity to smell these fragrances, sniff these fragrances before I purchased them. I really purchased them based on reviews that I watched and notes that I read. And there are just 4 of them. So let me start. So the first fragrance I'm going to talk about, I actually mentioned in my MFK Baccarat Rouge 540 dupe rabbit hole video, because this was one of the fragrances that is said to be inspired by MFK Baccarat Rouge, and that is Oakcha's Sweven. And this is an extrait. And this has jasmine, saffron, it's got some cedar wood, I believe, and for balsam. But all I get when I smell this fragrance, and it's not bad, I don't hate it, but all I get when I smell this fragrance after the opening, which is a little bit bug sprayish, is jasmine. It's mostly jasmine. Like I said in that video, it's like jasmine tea. I got a little bit of the saffron. I wish there was a little bit more cedar or woodsiness that came from it. I mean, it's generally like an earthy fragrance. It's as its own fragrance. It's okay. It's all right. It's not what I expected. For a little bit, I thought about selling this fragrance or giving it away, but I've had it for a while now, and I think that I like wearing this fragrance with other fragrances like it. Like I like to layer this with Sniff Sweet Ash, or my all-time favorite, Zara Red Temptation Winter, just kind of to bring out the notes a little bit and mix with that sort of like dirty, musky, dry, but sweet saffron note that I really, really love. But yeah, on its own, I have not worn this out. I don't reach for this instinctively. It's here, I have to think about it. I think about what I'm gonna layer it with to really think about using it. It is just, it's not a wow for me. It was not a love for me. But like I said, I don't hate it. It's just kind of like, meh, not really what I was expecting. It's okay. So this next one, I never even talked about. I might have mentioned it. I didn't do a first impression review of it because I was disappointed. I was just like, what is this? And so the fragrance that I am talking about is by Phlur, and it is Strawberry Letter. I just want to show you the little pouch that it comes in because it's kind of cool, the packaging. So it comes in this pouch. And then even the box is really cool. It's very cute. It's very cute. Do I have it upside down? Of course I do. Yeah, so here it is. I think it's very sweet. Then it just slides out, and I got the travel size because this thing is out of stock. It goes in and out of stock habitually. It's a virally popular fragrance. That's how I know about it. But I wasn't getting no full size because I have smelled some Phlur fragrances in Sephora. Wasn't crazy about them. Didn't hate them. Wasn't like put off by any of them. But wasn't getting the like, oh my God, wow vibe feeling that I feel whenever I hear people talk about mood ring and mango skin and vanilla skin. But this is an interesting fragrance. It is definitely not a childlike strawberry. And I think that I just, this was a good sort of experiment for me to really think about my relationship to the fragrance of strawberry. Now, there's nothing about strawberry in my scent life, right? I think the very last thing that I had that was strawberry scented that had to do with makeup was probably a rollerball strawberry lip gloss that I wore when I was in high school, which I loved, by the way. But I don't ever remember feeling like I was crazy about strawberry. So this is partially my fault. I definitely fed into a trend, but I had heard that this was a very unique take on strawberry, so that also made me gravitate towards it. And it is a unique take on strawberry. So the top is cassis leaves, strawberry gariguette, plum nectar. I do like cassis leaves. Heart is wild lily, red poppy, apple blossom. The base is earthy woods, tonka bean, and sugared amber. When I first smelled it, I was just like, oh no, it smells like air freshener. And I'm smelling the atomizer now and I still get air freshener. And that's just the opening. That's not like what it really ends up drying down to. But that air freshener feeling is a big turnoff for me. Like I smell something that smells like air freshener and I automatically don't want to smell anymore. Like I don't want to put it on my skin. I don't know if I've put this on my skin. Should I put it on my skin now? I don't know. I don't think I want to. I mean, it's not like, I don't know. I'm just going to spray it inside here, which I've done before. So I can just get it's strong. It's strong. If you are a lover of, light, airy, sweet, gourmand strawberry fragrances, this is probably not necessarily the strawberry for you. Wow. It's much stronger. It is a deep, warm, woody, more complex kind of strawberry, for sure. And oh, thank God it gets past the opening of air freshener because there's so much more in the dry down. The air freshener opening only lasts a few seconds. But yeah, and I smell like the sort of jammy heart of it. It's nice, but it's not a safe blind buy. And it's a little beast mode. And that's fine if you like this kind of fragrance. But I'm still not sure what place Strawberry Letter has in my collection. There is nothing else like it in my collection, namely off the top because I don't have anything with a strawberry note in my fragrance collection. So that already, it could have been a strawberry shortcake scent and it still would have been unique. But it goes even further than that in that it is a very singularly unique take on strawberry. And I give it all of that, but it's just, I never feel like wearing it, right? At the end of the day, bottom line, it's not something that I reach for. So I haven't created my Mercari marketplace yet. I may do so. This might end up on that site. I'm not quite sure yet. I will let you know when I do if anyone is interested in this scent because like I said, it's out of stock right now. It's travel size, the full size. Maybe there's a set that's available. When I saw that it came back in stock, I was just like, oh, let me try this. Let me try this virally popular fragrance. How bad could it be? It's not bad. It's not for me. So So this next fragrance is a fragrance I recently picked up, and I've had it in my cart on Amazon for a while, and this is one of the first Middle Eastern scents that I have ever purchased. And the scent that I'm talking about is Mystique Boutique by a company called Afanan, and this is the box that it comes in. I'd seen the bottle, I'd heard great things about this, and it's definitely promoted as it's called Mystique Bouquet. So it's promoted as a floral fragrance, but with a lot of foresty, woody notes in it, which is what I was looking forward to. So this is Mystique Bouquet. I was calling it Mystique Boutique. So I got this on Amazon. This was, I don't know, it's on here for like 47 something. I feel like I got it for less, but anyway. Top notes are woody, saffron, and bergamot. All right. Middle notes are caramel, amber, orange, and citrus peel. Base notes, ambergris, oak moss, and ancient woods. Now, I know that with the Middle Eastern fragrances, they are known to list notes that are not actually in the fragrance, but I figured like ancient woods, what does it say? Hold on. Top notes, woody, saffron, and bergamot. Middle notes, caramel, amber, orange, and citrus peel. Base notes, ambergris, oak moss, and ancient woods. Doesn't this sound like a woody, saffron, earthy note kind of fragrance to you? I mean, it does to me. And okay, I'm gonna spray this. I'll spray this in the ear. I guess there's bergamot. This is just not what I expected. Again, it's not the worst scent ever. It's just, it's giving me bergamot. It's giving me, I don't know why, a little bit of soapiness, which I don't always hate, but it's just not, it's not what I expected. I expected something warmer, earthier, woodier. This is more bergamot-y, more florally. Fragrances are a trip. Fragrances are a trip, and our olfactive senses are a trip, because smelling it now, I can't say like it's a bad fragrance, but when you're expecting one experience and you get another, it feels like, wah, wah, like I don't like this. I might be giving this away. I want to see if a friend of mine is interested in this, if she like loves it, if she responds to it more strongly and favorably than I do. Because I will say that compared to Strawberry Phlur, which is just such a standout, totally different from anything that I have in my collection, this is more familiar and it's pleasant, but overall, it's not as unique as I wanted it to be. It's not as special as I wanted it to be. But for the price, it's fine. And the bottle itself is pretty. It's mostly green, and then it shifts into like this bluish color on the bottom. So I do like it. I like it, but I don't know if it's here to stay. So the last fragrance that I'm going to talk about is another hugely popular Middle Eastern fragrance. And by the way, these last two fragrances are my first ever Middle Eastern fragrance purchases. So as much as I was hearing about these two, it's not lived up to my expectations. So the fragrance that I'm talking about is Shahaf Oud Tonka. And if you're a fragrance person, you've heard of this fragrance. I have to admit, I was also very much drawn in by this packaging. I think this bottle is so freaking cute. It kind of reminds me of like something Moschino would do with like the crosses up here. And it also has it like on the sides of the cap and on the back of the bottle. Like I love this freaking packaging. As for the notes, I had heard that this was very almond and cinnamon forward, but I didn't realize that it was beast mode almond. Like there are other notes in this fragrance. There are top middle base notes in this fragrance. But the cinnamon, no. The almond and then the cinnamon, but mostly the almond. It just punches you in the face, and a punch punches you in the face for a couple of hours. So on the Joma Shop site, which is where I purchased this, it describes Shahaf Oud Tonka as opening with sweet, nutty scent of almond, instantly catching your attention. Yes, that's an understatement. The heart notes of this fragrance are a heady mix of spicy cinnamon, Tunisian orange, blossom, and Turkish rose, adding a touch of exotic allure to its profile. It doesn't give top, base, and middle notes, so I guess that's it. That's the description of it. Here's what I get from this fragrance. On the opening, very much almond, very, 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 very much almond, right? Like not almond essence, but like even more powerful than that, and very powdery and warm. So I'll spray this one on my skin. That was a bit much. It's like, oh God. It's like baby powder, Johnson & Johnson's baby powder, but like super almondy. Super, 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 super almondy. I am a fan of powdery. I like powdery, not too much, but a good bit. I can deal with some powdery notes. I think that Alien Goddess Intense is powdery vanilla. I think that Blanche Bête has some very strong powderiness in it. But this is very much, if you like almond, you gotta like almond to like this. And this definitely has the cinnamon warming up underneath it. And I mean, in some regard, after I got used to the fact that this is a very almond forward powdery fragrance, again, it's about knowing what you're gonna get and just having some expectation of what the real star fragrance note is in a fragrance. I wasn't expecting that from this. They always say when they talk about Shahaf Oud Tonka that there's no oud in it. It is an almond forward, cinnamon based fragrance. That's what it is. And it's super powder. It's a powder bomb of almond. It's another good fragrance that I can use to layer with like a vanilla fragrance or like a sweet fragrance. On its own though, it's a lot. Even though this is not what I expected and I was told that there was no oud in this, I figured maybe at least the tonka will come up. I don't really get much tonka in this. Almond, cinnamon, powderiness. Out of all these fragrances, I believe that Sweven and Shahaf Oud Tonka are probably gonna stay in my collection. I wasn't so sure about this in the first week or so that I had it, because like I said, it just sits here. I don't think, oh, I'm gonna wear this out today. Like I've worn it on my skin in the house, but I haven't like walked out in it. It's, you know, it's a jasmine tea fragrance. Good for layering. This one, now that I know this is an almondy fragrance, almondy powdery, there's a place for this in my collection. I can definitely layer this with things in my collection. Strawberry Phlur is on an island with itself. This is a fragrance that stands alone. So I don't know. I'm not so sure where it's going to land or whether I'm going to sell it or give it away. Not sure yet. Mystique Boutique Afanan. I will say that I like this fragrance. Again, not what I expected. I'm gonna make a decant of it for my friend and see if she likes it. I'm fine with letting this fragrance go. That is pretty much it for my disappointing, unexpected fragrance note fragrances. I hope that you enjoyed this, even though it wasn't about fragrances that I absolutely love, because I'm not gonna love everything. Everything is not gonna be a hit. I mean, I haven't even gotten into my sample fragrances from Scent Split because I have a bunch. But I will say that about 70 to 85% of the niche fragrances that I have sampled from Scent Split have been wonderful. But I will get into those in another video. That is it for this one. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy content like this. And don't forget to click on the thumbs up button down below if you liked this video. And I hope to see you in my next one soon. Bye.